And this is a Fox News alert. 2 more ACORN officials have been fired as the shocking undercover investigation has now spread to that organization's Washington offices. And that's not all. Just breaking tonight, the U.S. Census Bureau has severed all ties with the ACORN organization. Now, the director of the U.S. Census Bureau informed the president of ACORN earlier tonight that their partnership has been terminated. Now, last night we showed you the unbelievable video from Baltimore, the group where ACORN workers were attempting to help a man and woman set up a prostitution ring involving underage girls from El Salvador. But the fallout has now reached the organization's Washington offices. Let's now take a look.
My partner is she's in a unique line of business, and I don't know if you allow
unique line of business. What are you saying? If you don't tell us, we can't help you.
My girlfriend's a prostitute.
Okay.
And I don't know if...
I kind of figured that.
You don't put down, I'm a prostitute, or I'm a lady of the night, and this is where I'm getting my income. They don't want to know where your money is coming. All they want is accountability. If you have a bank account with money going into the bank.
I can be the one, basically, put up the house for it, and then she can perform tricks in the house.
Yep. All right, it gets worse. Now, take a look as an official from ACORN actually suggests a name for the underage prostitution business.
Paper trail.
Mm-hmm.
She has to have a paper trail.
Okay.
So you can say your name of your company is Hop-Ins.
What is it?
Hop-Ins. I don't care. I'm just giving you an example.
Oh.
Make it Hop-Ins. You're a consultant. Whatever you consult is your business. But that you have to show a profit and loss.
Yes.
You have to now because of the way the banking system is going. She has to. The only other option you have is that you put it all in your name and she's not on the loan.
Unbelievable. Now, the advice continued from ACORN officials. Now, watch as ACORN advises a young woman who is pretending to be a prostitute how to cheat our tax system.
You know, it's all about disclosure. And you don't have to sit back and tell people what it is that you do. You know, I have my own company. I provide a service. I'm a marketeer. I'm a consultant. If you make $4,000 consistently, just make sure $4,000 to $5,000 is flowing through that bank account. On a $5,000 income per month, that might be $60,000 a year. Bear in mind, if you are employed, you are going to have to write it off.
Now, ACORN has said that these tapes are, quote, slanted to misinform the public. But even when the filmmaker in these tapes gives the ACORN officials an opportunity to follow the law, he is pushed by the workers to evade the system even more. Look at this.
She provides a service.
That's what America is based on, is goods and services.
Yeah, it's a service.
Yeah, but it's not just any service, and this is why everyone else has denied us, because they don't want to break the law. And I don't want to be ineligible because I'm breaking some law.
Okay. You're not following what I'm saying.
Okay.
You can have a business. She's not going to put on her that she's doing a prostitution business.
She's not going to put on there.
No, she doesn't have to.
But that's the reason for us getting her the house.
She can be a sole proprietor and she's making money. Not saying that it's those kind of services, but she just, whether she wants to sell goods, whether she's on the telephone, whether she's in marketing, she provides a service as a marketeer. You understand what I'm saying?
I understand.
Unbelievable. And tonight I am joined by the independent activist filmmaker who went undercover into those ACORN offices, James O'Keefe. Now, his work is being featured on BigGovernment.com. And also with us is Hannah Giles, who portrayed the prostitute in those videos. And she is also with BigGovernment.com. Guys, welcome to the program. I got to give you both a lot of credit. You know, where's 60 Minutes? Where's 2020? Where's investigative journalism? Tell us how you came up with this idea and how it all got started.
Well, my friend Hannah messaged me on Facebook and suggested, and we're both activists, we've both done a lot of activism in the past, and she suggested she was walking by an ACORN one day and she said, what if I went in dressed as a prostitute? And she messaged me this and I said, well, I could be a pimp. And we took it from there. We created the situation as ridiculous as we possibly could. We came up with the underage girls and...
Yeah, and this is it. All right, Hannah, let me start with you. So it's really your idea to bring this to light. Why don't you walk us through, you know, you walk by these offices, you come up with the idea. Was it hard to play a prostitute? But tell us how it all came together.
Well, Sean, it's amazing what girls think about when they're jogging. And that was just something that popped into my head. I'd never seen an ACORN office. I really didn't even know that they existed. And I jogged into the wrong part of town, saw some homeless people and street ladies, and put two and two together when I turned around to get back into a safe neighborhood, and it's like, what if these people went into ACORN, you know, prostitute, and what would come from that? No bills, no nothing. Would they get a house? Could they start a business? Well, so we put it to the test.
Well, and obviously, and you both have come under fierce criticism for this. I want you to walk us through, because I'll tell you, beyond the tax evasion part of this and the law breaking and the assistance and the fact, you went in great specificity and detail. Let's start in Baltimore. You said this is a business that services male clients, that uses condoms. Walk us through just how specific you were that this was and would import young teenage girls from El Salvador.
Basically, we went in and we just started out with the simplistics. My girlfriend's a prostitute, and then when they said that's okay, I took it to the next level, and I said, well, you know, I know other prostitutes, and I took it to the next level, and they're trafficked in from, you know, El Salvador. I just, you know, took it when they kept saying yes, I kept getting more ridiculous and more ridiculous, and it just escalated from there.
And you don't think they had any clue that this, you know, so you think this is almost standard operating procedure because they help people with their taxes?
Yeah, they had absolutely no hesitation whatsoever. At no point in my talking to them did they stop me or did it occur to them that there was any morality involved. They just kept on going along.
Not at one point.
Business as usual.
All right, Hannah, because you were playing the prostitute here, and you know, look, whenever somebody gets into the trafficking of young children, any human being with a soul, alarm bells are going to go off in their head and say, whoa, you know, this is the business you're in? But all they did was offer assistance. So as you're going through this in Baltimore, you know, what's going through your mind at the time?
First of all, I could not believe it. How can a woman who's most likely a mother, even maybe a grandmother, be okay, not even fazed, with the fact that underage girls are going to be smuggled into the country to be used for a sex business?
Yeah, and as the answers were coming in, I mean, did you find your mind spinning and saying to yourself, Hannah, that it's almost inconceivable that a human being could react this way? Because that was my reaction. I'm sitting there saying, anyone ever said this to me, I'm calling the police that second, and I'm telling them to get out of my office. So,
well, when we saw them, you know, not fazed by one thing, we were like, wow, I wonder what else we could get. And that's what James was saying. We pushed and we pushed, and we got everything that we asked for as, you know, a fake pimp and prostitute.
And what do you think of those people that are saying, oh, no, this has been a setup, this is unfair? Now, they did fire them, and the U.S. Census Bureau did, you know, cut their ties with them today. What's your reaction to that?
I think it's great. I think that this is, like you said, standard operating procedure. These people, the trap was preset. This is who these people are. We're exposing their soul. We're getting to the heart of who they actually are. It's not just some manipulation. It's not entrapment. I'm not an agent of the government. I'm just going in as a concerned young citizen of this country, just showing people what goes on behind closed doors.
Yeah, all right. Now, we've got a lot to get to with both of you here. I want to also get into what happened in the Washington office. And Hannah, stay right there. We're going to get back to you. But more importantly, one of the biggest aspects of this, ladies and gentlemen, is the money factor. And how much of your hard-earned tax dollars over the years has gone to ACORN. And, you know, the associations, of course, if they need a lawyer, I guess, well, they already have one, Barack Obama. We'll explain that connection.